India by 2047 is poised to be a $40 trillion economy. India is poised to be a developed country by 2047. That is when India turns 100. And for us to be that power, all of us in this room and whoever watches this talk, we all have a role to play. I present to you the Vision 2047. India needs a rebrand, a deep rebrand, a very strategic rebrand, and an unapologetic rebrand. And if India has to change, it has to be done across three key levers. Brand India, India as a brand. The second is Indian brand, brands, companies operating out of India. And the third is Indians as a brand. All of us are brand ambassadors. For India as a brand, we need a huge political might, work on infrastructure and soft power. We need to own our storytelling. We cannot let others narrate stories about us. If somebody else writes your playbooks, they will define your role in it. But if you write your own stories, you will write it about you. It's high time India writes its own story. It's high time on global stages, Indian voices are heard, spoken, and appreciated. The second part of that is about Indian brands. Indian brands need to ditch copied playbooks. You need to have a greater horizon and a wider playbook. And the first part of that is to get global. Getting global is not optional for Indian brands now. It is a need and it is a duty towards the nation. India is a net importer. And if by 2047 we have to be a $40 trillion economy, our per capita has to be closer to 30,000, which in PPT terms would be close to 50,000 per capita. This needs to change. We need to export to the world. And for that, we need to move away from this quarterly sales targets, from lead mongering. We need to think, why should a couple sitting in Peru aspire for an Indian brand? We need to think, why should a young entrepreneur from Africa collaborate with us? How should we stay on top of global minds? And that is the role of a leader in organization today. It's not about worrying about sales. It's not about what happens to quarterly results, but to have a longer horizon looking at the world. The second part of that is build leverage through story. And the third is quality. In the post-World War era, Japan was synonymous as a producer of cheap quality goods. However, they invested in quality, and now they are the world leaders when it comes to quality. The third part of that is Indians as a brand. All of us are a brand. The Silicon Valley entrepreneur, to hotelier in London, to the cab driver in Goa, to the tourist in Thailand, all of us are Indian ambassadors. And the world will perceive India through our conduct. And the three ways we can change is our conduct, our cleanliness, and our health.